You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me.
Even before The Boys Season 4 finale dropped, it was already known that this would be the second to last season of the show. Season 5 is in the early stages of development, and there are a few teasers about what's coming as Eric Kripke's run on the series winds down. Season 4 kicked off with a 21% boost in viewers compared to the first 4 days of Season 3. This season delved into political themes ahead of the 2024 election. Plus, the finale had to change its name after the attempted assassination on former President Donald Trump right before it aired. But before we dive into everything we know about Season 5, let's chat about how the ending of Season 4 shifts the whole foundation of the show. Eric Kripke, the showrunner of The Boys, explained how the ending of Season 4 sets up the final season of the Prime Video series. The Season 4 finale saw Homelander taking full control of the U.S., leaving the boys in their worst position yet. This was the nightmare scenario they tried so hard to avoid, with Homelander effectively acting as president and hundreds of supes given legal authority to enforce martial law. In an interview with Lad Bible, Kripke revealed why he chose to end the season this way and what it means for Season 5. He discussed the build-up to this major shift in the story and how it affects both Homelander and the boys. According to Kripke, the ending of Season 4 sets the stage for a dramatic conclusion, essentially marking their version of an apocalypse. Homelander has achieved his goal of reshaping the U.S. to fit his vision, while the boys are at their lowest, with most of them captured. Kripke views this moment as the end of the second act in a movie, where the heroes are at their lowest and must confront their personal struggles. In Season 5, they'll need to unite and fight to save the world. Season 5 of The Boys is set to be more intense than ever, with unprecedented levels of violence and chaos. With Homelander now able to kill anyone who challenges him without facing any repercussions, the stakes are sky high. The only way to stop this apocalyptic scenario is to defeat Homelander. If he's taken down, the hundreds of supes he controls will be leaderless, and his grip on the U.S. government through President Calhoun will be broken. As long as Homelander is alive, he can use his immense powers and personal army to enforce his will. Ryan, who has powers similar to Homelander's, is the best chance to stop him. Despite having moments of darkness, Ryan isn't as monstrous as Homelander, and his humanity might give him the edge needed to defeat his father. However, Ryan isn't quite ready for that responsibility yet. The boys, along with possible allies like Maeve and A-Train, will need to support Ryan and prepare him to take on Homelander. Expect Season 5 to be packed with even more violence and destruction as this epic battle unfolds. The release of Season 5 is expected to be at least 2 years away. Eric Kripke mentioned in an interview around the launch of Season 4 that production would take this time frame. Given that Season 4 premiered on June 13, 2024, Season 5 could potentially come out in mid-2026. Kripke revealed to Deadline that the writer's room for Season 5 started about a month to 5 weeks before Season 4's launch. He noted that it typically takes around 2 years from the start of the writer's room to the season's air date. The initial weeks have been focused on discussing the overall mythology and direction of the story. Now the question is, who will be in Season 5? The core cast of The Boys includes Karl Urban, Jack Quaid, Anthony Starr, Erin Moriarty, Jesse T, Usher, Laz Alonso, Chase Crawford, Tomer Capone, Karen Fukuhara, Colby Minifie, and Cameron Crovetti. Season 4 also featured Susan Hayward, Valerie Curry, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, with cameos from Tilda Swinton and Will Ferrell. Claudia Dummett, who played Vice President-elect Victoria Newman, has confirmed her character's death in Season 4. Despite this, she noted that The Boys is known for its creative storytelling, so her character's death might not be entirely final. Dummett emphasized that with only 1 season and 8 episodes left, it's important to focus on the main characters like Butcher and Starlight, who have been central to the show for 4 seasons. Jared Padalecki, who collaborated with Eric Kripke on Supernatural, has expressed interest in joining Season 5. He mentioned that while filming for the final season might not start until next year, he's eager to work with Kripke again and is ready to jump in when the opportunity arises. Now let me tackle one last question: why Starlight's powers return in Season 4's finale. Season 4 sees Starlight losing control of her powers, but they come back to her during the finale and their sudden return may leave viewers wondering why. Starlight faces a similar struggle to the rest of the boys in the show's latest outing. She's forced to grapple with her past mistakes, which makes the fight against Homelander that much harder. For Starlight, this is especially challenging, as parts of her history are directly tied to the negligence and corruption of Supes. She's fighting those things, but she has also played a part in them. Given her complex feelings about her past and her shame over being a member of the Seven, Starlight attempts to erase that part of herself. She no longer wears her signature costume, and she goes by the name Annie January rather than her Supe name. It's safe to say that Starlight is in the midst of an identity crisis in Season 4. That's likely why Starlight's powers don't work in the first place. Fortunately, the finale brings them back, and that's for the best, as it looks like she's going to need them in Season 5. In the finale of Season 4, Starlight finally comes to grips with her identity crisis. She's been struggling with her past as a Supe, but it's more than just that. The season reveals that she used to be a bully as a child, which is why Firecracker has such a grudge against her. Starlight clearly regrets her past behavior, and it weighs heavily on her, especially with Firecracker's ongoing attacks. She's also dealing with the emotional aftermath of a recent abortion. While she might not regret the choice, it's causing her stress and adding to her struggles. These personal issues have been keeping her powers in check throughout the season, but by the end, she works through her crisis. After a failed assassination attempt on Robert Singer by the Shapeshifter, Starlight opens up about her real feelings. She's not the perfect image people expect, but rather depressed and dealing with complications. Huey reassures her that he loves her for who she is, flaws and all. This support helps Starlight embrace her true self, leading to the return of her powers. By the end of Season 4, Starlight looks more powerful than ever. She only uses her powers at the very end when Homelander's forces attack the boys and take them away. Starlight escapes, and she seems to have leveled up in her abilities. Her flying skills look sharper, and she appears ready for action, though she decides to save Huey and her friends for another day. It's a good sign that Starlight is back in top form, which will be crucial for Season 5. And that's a wrap for today. What are your thoughts on Starlight's power comeback and how it might affect Season 5? Do you think she'll be able to rally the team and take down Homelander? Drop your predictions in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this update, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the latest news. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next video.